We are members of the advising team. My name is Suzanne Rouso. I'm an advisor here in Lincroft.
And I'm Stephanie Farnkoff. I'm also an advisor here in Lincroft.
And we want to tell you a little bit about what you may not know about advising and how we can help you. So the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to go over a couple of things. First thing is, these are our contact numbers and emails. We are two of a team. There are others here in Lincroft. There are people in the higher ed centers. If you want to just take a picture or jot down our contact information, it's best to try to reach us via email if you're not in the office, because when we're in the office, we're usually with students and I don't pick up the phone. So if you want to ask us a question that's not urgent, you can just email. We usually get to that by the end of the day. But you can come on in on a walk-in basis. Later in the semester, we'll have appointments that you can schedule to come and see us. And this is the number for the main advising office in the Carr Building, 2555. So you can always reach us there. And you want to come in and ask for one of us if you like, whatever you like. We are there 6 days a week. We have office hours now that summer hours are over. We're there till 7 o'clock, so we take our last student at 6:30, Monday through Thursday. We're even available Friday till 5 and Saturdays 9 to 12. So if you work and you can't get in until a Saturday, we're still there. Okay.
And like Suzanne said, at the higher education centers, there are people you can meet with there as well if you have some sort of advising needs. Sometimes they're called associate directors or student development specialists. There may be somebody there who can help you if you can't make it into this campus.
Okay. So what we're going to do this afternoon, we're just going to do a brief review of how to use student planning. And how many of you have logged into your account since you registered? Yay, good. Okay. And so you know your login information and you know your passwords. Passwords, if you don't know it, we'll show you how to find it and how to reset it. But your password, you're going to have to change in about 2 weeks. There's going to be an update because every semester you have to change your password. It's a security feature. So we'll show you how to do that and maybe some other things you didn't learn in Jumpstart or Early Bird. We're also going to show you how to use My Progress on the student planning function, which means that you'll see the courses that you are required to take in that major, and you can also see how to explore other majors. Has anybody changed your major today? Anybody want to? Okay, so that's one of the things you can come and see us for, but we'll get to that. We're also going to ask you what other things can you come and see an advisor or coach for, and we're going to ask you to participate a little bit with that. In case you don't know, there's a lot of features. We don't want you to think of us as just people who help you with your schedule. There's a lot more that we want you to come in and see us for. We're here to support you throughout the journey between Brookdale and moving on. How many of you are planning to transfer after Brookdale? Okay. So we're going to talk about that and how we can help you do that. Make sure you're on track. Make sure if you know where you want to go that we're helping you align your courses with those that you'll need. Okay. And then we're going to hopefully have time for any other questions that you might have. Okay?
Okay, so can I have a volunteer to come up? We're going to log you into your web advisor and your student planning, and we're going to look at your schedule. Can I have a student volunteer? Come on up. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Oh, okay. So what is your name?
Alec.
Okay, so you don't remember how to log in?
All I remember was like my first initial and the last name.
And your password?
That's good. So you can,
So.
Okay.
Try logging in.
you can show us.
Okay, great. So we are going to actually look at the area where you can reset your password, because what was your name again? Alec? Alec is going to reset his password because he doesn't remember his password. He remembers his username. So from the Brookdale homepage, brookdalecc.edu, if you pretty much want to do anything we're talking about today, you're going to go to My Brookdale. And for this, we're going to go here to this NetID area, and we're going to have him reset his password. So take it away.
Do I have to put a capital for A?
So it's always first initial, last name, and a number that you were assigned. Lowercase. And you have to go through the prompts.
Ooh.
Just your last name.
Do you know either of those?
Just your last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
can use your social or your ID.
I'm not using my social.
It's not going to show up.
See it.
We're not going to see it.
Yep, it comes up
Okay.
as little dots. Yep.
Don't use your social if you don't have to.
So now he's going to create his new password.
Your ID number.
When you're creating your password, you do want to make sure you pay attention to the rules. So uppercase, lowercase, number, special characters, you have to have 3 out of the 4. So that is something that gets people sometimes.
It can't be your name.
No, it's not.
Too easy. Okay. Okay, that worked. Whew.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the My Brookdale tab. On here, there is Office 365, which is your email address. So it's going to be your username at my.brookdalecc.edu and your password. Canvas is also here, which is your learning management system where some of your courses are going to use Canvas in their classrooms, so that's something you're going to be familiar with too. But Web Advisor Self-Service is what we're going to look at today. So
Before we do, just hang on one second. The Office 365 email is your official Brookdale email, which has already been generating some email to you. Most of your instructors are going to use that email. They may ask you the first day of class, would you like to forward it to your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever. But typically they want to use the Brookdale email address because it's more secure if you're sending something, relatively personal. So get used to logging in and checking your Brookdale email. It'll show you your bill. It'll show you your current email that's probably sitting there. Do try to make sure you log into that.
Okay, so now we're going to log into Web Advisor. Go ahead, Alec.
Is it the same thing or no?
Same thing.
All right.
Yep. Okay,
Yep,
great. Thank
good.
you. You can take a seat.
Can I see my?
Yep,
classes?
everybody's gonna see it. All right. All right, thank you. All right, so now what you would do is you would click on Students. And from here, there is a lot of different links of important information. I want to show you down here is the financial tab. So if you need to make a payment, set up a payment plan, look at your financial aid status, that's all here. Text message alerts are through our Rave system. So you should be already in the system, but you can also check here to sign up for that. That'll be, if we have a snow day or something's closed, one of the campuses is closed, you can receive text message alerts. You will get email alerts, but this will set you up for the text message system. And then
And check those.
yeah.
Last year we had 5 or 6 snow days. If you don't open that text and read it, you might drive here to find out that the campus is closed or that there's a power outage in Freehold or wherever. So make sure you open it and read it.
Okay, and so this area over here is where I'm going to focus my attention for student planning. So student planning is this top link and you're going to click on it. So from here it's going to take you to your current schedule, the schedule for the fall. And so the good thing is that Alex's schedule has all of his classes in green, which means that's good. That means he's registered for these. If you had pulled this up and they were yellow, that would be a problem. That would mean that you either didn't register or you've been dropped from your classes. So that's just something to keep in mind when you log in here. If you had wanted to change your schedule, so say you wanted to keep the same courses, but you just wanted to switch your days and times, that's something you can do on your own, something that you don't need to come in and speak with us. In order to do that, you would just filter your section again, you would look for available open, you'd pick your location, and then you would pick your new section. When you picked your new section, you would then go to the course that you want to switch and click on this drop box. You would click drop, a pop-up would open up, it would say, you sure you want to drop? And then it would give you the option to click on the new section so that you would do it at the same time. You would drop the one and add the other and do that at the same time.
I want to point this out. This is a good example of something. I've had a lot of students come to the office and say, oh, my section has a wait list. Does that mean I'm not in the class? This means that since you registered and you're still green, so you're still in it, since you registered, the class filled up. Now there's a wait list. So don't worry, don't panic. If it's green, you're in. This is just indicating now there's no more spots. So if you see this, don't worry. As long as your section is still green, you're still on the roster.
Okay, so if you want to pick a different course, so one of these courses you don't want to do, or maybe in October you're going to get an email that's going to give you a date for November that you can register for your spring courses, you're going to want to use My Progress in this system to figure out what classes you're going to take for the spring. So what you would do is you'd go up here to Student Planning, to the drop down, and click My Progress. When you're on this page, it's going to show you what your major, and then when you scroll down, it's going to show you everything you have to take for that major. The most important thing you have to pay attention to is above each of these boxes is going to be the directions on what to do below. So here it says 9 courses. So that means he's going to have to do these 9 courses. That's going to be for his career study. When you scroll down further, this one says 3 credits. So 3 credits, 3 or 4 is usually the number of credits per course. So sometimes it says courses, sometimes it says credits. So we have to definitely pay attention to that when you're looking. If you scroll further down, you might get to an area where there may not be courses. So for example, here, if he wasn't registered for this class, there would be something that would say not started and it would be empty. There wouldn't be a class. So what you would have to do is you would have to click on the search box, and from this list, you'd have to pick a course. Sometimes things can get tricky. For example, some history courses, they say history, but they're too specific, so they're not considered general enough to be a general education history class. So you want to make sure you're picking from these search boxes from the lists. Because what can happen is if you pick a course that doesn't count for your major, it's going to show up all the way down at the bottom on student planning right here under other courses. And if you pick a class that you think sounds like it's going to work for your major, but it shows up down here, it's not the right course. So something to keep in mind as you go along. Okay? So another thing that you can do on this page is maybe you are not 100% sure what you want to do, you want to change your major. You can look at other majors under this View a New Program tab to see, okay, well, maybe I want to be business actually. Maybe I'm going to switch. So when you click View Program, you can see, well, the courses that I'm registered for, do they show up in here? Are they going to count towards my major? And you kind of scroll through and you see, all right, I might be taking something, oh, everything works. This could actually work for me. I could switch to be a business major. Now, just keep in mind, this doesn't officially switch you. This does not change your major. It's just something that you can view to see what you could take if you were to switch into a different major. Okay? Do we have any questions?
Has anybody changed your major? No, you said no. Some of you have.
Okay.
And you can't do that on your own, just so you know. You'd have to come in and see one of us because it requires a signature. We have to be sure this is actually what you're doing. And there's no limit to changing your major. You can change more than once or twice or even 3 times. So come and see us if you'd like to do that.
Okay, so now we're going to quickly have you guys talk in your groups, in your row, about what do you think an advisor can do for you? What do you think we can do besides, changing the major and helping you figure out your courses? What else? Advisors can help you with what?
Talk to the people in your row, if you would join these 2 ladies behind you, and just introduce yourselves and think about what are some of the things. Obviously, changing your major, you come to an advisor, but think of a couple more. We'll take 2 minutes. Thank you.
Guess we'll have to walk around with the mic this time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're almost done.
Is this over?
It's over in like 3 minutes, so we got to make this fast.
Okay. Let me hear from 1 or 2 of you about some other things advisors can do. Anybody? Somebody? Yes.
All right, so from my experience, I basically went for career testing that then you could infer about.
Perfect. So career testing is something you may not know about. We offer free career and interest aptitude tests. You can come in to see us, you take the test, and then someone will review that with you. You take that report home with you. Good one. Thank you. Who else has an idea of something else we do? Got something? Yeah? Let me make a couple of suggestions. Come and see us if you're not doing as well as you had hoped. Come and see us if your professor has sent you a letter saying that you have had excessive absences or that you are not appearing to retain the material. Come and see us. We want to help you. We want to advocate for you if you need help. Come and see us if you've had transportation problems. We can make some suggestions. We are here to help. What else, Stephanie? What else can they talk about?
So if you are thinking about dropping a class, come in and talk to us first. We can kind of help you figure out, all right, should you be dropping this class? Are there other resources? You know, maybe you need help in a course. We can refer you for tutoring. We can refer you to the math lab, the writing center, things like that. And in regards to dropping your classes, just a little quick thing. The first week of classes, if you drop, you'll get 80% of your money back. The second week, if you drop, you'll get 60% of your money back. After those first 2 weeks, you get no money back, and you have a withdrawal on your transcript, so you'll have a W next to the course. So something to think about. Also, if you are just kind of struggling in general, so we do have licensed counselors here on campus, so you could come to advising. We could help to, refer you out to one of these licensed professional counselors. Suzanne is also going to be handing out a flyer about this. So if you have anxiety, or you suffered a loss, or something's going on at home, something that is impeding on your progress here, you can definitely make an appointment. You can have weekly appointments. We have this available to you here on campus. And just in general, if you don't know who to ask about something, come and ask us. If it's not us who can help you, we can refer out. We can help you to know who to go to next. Financial aid questions, we can help a little bit with them. We can show you where to find financial aid on the website, find out what your awards are. However, we cannot go too in-depth with that, so we can refer you out to the appropriate financial aid person.
Do you have another question or two while we have another minute? Anybody need anything addressed to the advising staff? All right. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you.
Good luck. We'll see you next semester.